Guys, welcome. Today we got and that's a cool name too. I just came up with it just 10 seconds ago. Staxx React. My new format. I should do it in German. Maybe I will do it in German. Hit me up in the comments, wenn du es mal auf Deutsch hören möchtest. Meine Market Reactions, dann sag Bescheid und so. Walla und Diggi, Digga, Bruder und so weiter. Dann haut's einfach raus. So, let's continue in English. So, we have a Staxx React today, and we got pretty exciting fucking news because I'm still fucking excited. I just read this article, I actually read the article. Actually, I'm not sure if it's last night or this morning. I'm not sure. But anyway, guys, dude. Big in Japan. Alright. Oh, sorry, I can't do the lyrics, but big in Japan, guys. Fab goes really big in Japan, dude. We got Part the Missed Whale. What a name, dude. What a name. What a flavor. It gives me, I don't know, Disney vibes from the logo at least. Missed Whale. And actually, some of you may have already connected the dots. Mysteria, guys. Mysteria. We are finally entering Mysteria, and there's no better place in the freaking world to celebrate this than Japan. And I'm really happy for everyone who can attend these events, because there are actually a few of them. I think a Battle Hardened and a Calling, and even some, like, I don't know if it's a skirmish or some side events at least. You can get points that you can trade in for products and stuff, for like posters, for whatever, figures. I don't know if whatever. I've never been to an event, so I can't really tell. But I think like there are pretty cool things. Pretty awesome prices. I think the calling is like 50k for the top 8, top 16, maybe top 32, I'm not sure. At least 5k for the winner, plus extended art justice, balance of justice, gold foil extended art. Oh my goodness. The best card ever printed, maybe. Not the best card, but the most amazing. My goodness, this is the greatest extended art. Maybe next to the tunic, from the artwork, even before the Crown of Providence to me. Jeez, and wow, just amazing. For you, Japan, really great stuff. And dude, yeah, actually, I'm way too long in. We have already, the market already reacts, and it makes sense. Because, I don't know, when I saw this, instantly one card popped in my head. And if I go further and connect the dots from this card to others, I think a lot of cards get interesting that haven't really been at all, I guess, since WTR, since Welcome to Rave, since the first set, maybe since Crew. Yeah, I'm talking ninjas, guys. Ninjas. And actually, I wouldn't be surprised, let's say it that way. I wouldn't be surprised if we see, I don't know, Illusionist, maybe. I would even go with Mage, somehow, I don't know. Ninja Mage? I mean, we already have Warrior Mage. Yeah. So, what the heck? I don't know. Let's see what goes on in the US overseas. These guys usually are the first when it comes to pickups, to market shifts. Europe is pretty fast, actually. I think next to MTG, really well connected. They're really fast on the market moves. Let's have a look which cards are in there. Actually, I'll do a call. Just a little call. Whirlwind Blossom.
Now, for those who don't know, you can see it in this tweet right here. We got a very tiny teaser of the new Flesh and Blood set coming up. I guess it's called Part the Mist Veil. And, you know, just judging by the art and things like that, we can make a few assumptions. And people definitely have made assumptions and bought a lot of cards as a result. A couple of cards have been getting bought out. A couple of cards have yet to be bought out. So let's just go ahead, jump into it. We can't waste any more.
By the way, big shoutouts to Staxx. Well, most awesome content for markets on Fab. I think I would do an extra video to come up with points why I really appreciate Staxx that much, or as much as I do, but I really do, and yeah, I'm always enjoying the content. So big ups, mate. Let's enjoy this.
Time. First card I want to talk about is Mask of the Pouncing Lynx, the cold foil version of this card. If we look at it here, it is up to $25. There's one up here for $21, and then it quickly jumps to $26. And if we look at the sales data, tons of them have sold today. I don't know, like 20 or 30 of them have sold today. Here it is up to $25. There's one up here for $21, and then it quickly jumps to $26. And if we look at the sales data,
yeah, so these are, in my opinion, okay, light plate cold foil, $10. Newman first edition cold foil. To me, it's just crazy how cheap this card is. So I feel like I am not really sure, since I'm not a player. I'm not always too familiar with the actual ban and restricted part of the game. But I feel like Mask has gotten a ban for a format. I'm not sure which. Maybe for Blitz? I'm not sure actually. But yeah, anyway. So still, it was a really sought after card, which after release I think was like 30-40 bucks easily, always above 20, and I think it's in Europe it's still like 20 euros ish. So that these cheap cards over and around 10 bucks, even up to 15 bucks, I would say, get bought out is not really surprising to me. It's just surprising, or not surprising, it's just, for me, it's just a relief to see that these cheap cards are gone. I hate to see dumped cards of Flesh and Blood on the market. So I always wish I could buy them off, and if not even relisting them higher, just keeping them for myself, because I hate to see some, I don't know. I saw Redback Shroud called for 20 bucks, guys. And honestly, I'm not sure if it already left my whatever, I don't get the word, my bag, my shopping bag, but my cart. But yeah, dude, I can't see that, and I'm glad there are people in America and also in Europe that are taking care of this sometimes, at least. But yeah, I wish there would be way more movement on this side of the game, especially for the collectible cards like foils and cold foils. So cards that have a different version as well for the players, cheap versions, non-foils, or the rainbow foil for some legendaries. Sometimes, but even the rainbow foil is just, it's rare, so don't dump these as well, please. Yeah, but yeah, only because cards are getting played, it doesn't mean they are worthless. So I really wonder how many people can let these cards stay on the market that cheap. Where's your fear coming from, guys? Buying a Redback Shroud for 10 bucks. You think Assassin will never make the big move and the card will never be good? You think that LSS designed a bad legendary? Because some players say so? I think, I don't know, seeing cards like Diadem of, the illusional legendary from Dusk to Dawn. It was like, it still is like 10, 12 bucks, I think, for the rainbow foil. But there's only an extended art version besides that. So it's so stupid that this card is so cheap, guys. Please pick it up. And yeah, the extended art cold foil is, I think, one of the most sad things to me to see on the market. for like, I think 30 bucks ish. This card is, yeah, and honestly, it's really wondering me. I don't know if the stats are wrong on this, but it's the most sold card in Dusk Till Dawn at the moment. So, I don't know. Honestly, guys. Honestly. Pick this card up, please. At least 220 bucks. It's crazy. It's just sad to me. Buy the rainbow foil cards and keep it until it's pretty sought after. And then don't offer 20 copies of it. Just offer 2 of them at a time, or maybe even 1. So the market don't get flooded, and yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just has a better feeling, I feel like. And for you, it's, I think, at least better to sell the card. Because, yeah, sure, a lot of peeps in the Fab community don't appreciate reselling. And I completely understand this. If you look to other games, reselling really is fucking up the scene in some ways. In some ways, maybe even lifting, but yeah. Like, even for Magic, I think it's a pretty bad thing that this is existing. But at the moment, people need it because the market is pretty dead, or was pretty dead. And everybody was happy, I guess, for people that's still buying the second 20 reprint of a good card or something. Whatever. Interesting. At least these pickups don't bother me. Really cheap. 10 bucks for Mask of Pouncing Links is just nothing.
Tons of them have sold today. I don't know, like 20 or 30 of them have sold today. So yeah, definitely on the back of the news. Just judging off this little clip here, we could assume that the new set is going to take place in Mysteria.
And honestly, just a thought. Why Mask of the Pouncing Links? Why not Mask of Momentum? I mean, at the moment, more decks play Mask of Momentum. Or am I wrong? It's not, at least it's not for me that I've seen like some, wow, Mask of Momentum is now broken video or something. So I'm wondering about Mask of the Pouncing Links. But yeah, it's the prettiest Mysteria card. It's pretty surely from Mysteria. If you look at the beautiful, gorgeous artwork, especially in cold foil, but even in non-foil regular. Please LSS, do foils for the history pack. If Everfest doesn't get reprinted, I mean, we have the version now already, but fuck it. For the next sets, please put some foils in the history packs. Okay? So, like, you could have done Mask of the Pouncing Links rainbow foil for the history pack too. And, like, something like that. I guess I would think you already knew that Everfest isn't reprinted. Maybe, but maybe not. Maybe not. So, yeah, anyway, it's just a thing from my side. As for the History Pack 1, I really would have loved if you, in the retrospect at least, it really came a few months or even years later, but in retrospect I really wished for History Pack 1 to have foils, like a Rainbow Foil E-Strike. I mean, yeah, sure, we had the marbles and this was great, but I don't know, it would have been just so much more cool Europe Alpha product. Now it has the marbles, but yeah, now marbles get pretty common, which is good in Fab. And the History Pack 1 doesn't really bling that much besides the marbles anymore. Sure, these are the Alpha marbles, the Alpha heroes. And this is pretty insane. You have all the good cards. But come on, guys. I don't know, maybe I will think about a way to do another History Pack 1 edit product, and in which you can put rainbow foils. Maybe like a, no, I should quit the fucking thought about the collector product for Fab. All the way I think of the collector boxes in MTG, and yeah, that we should have a collector product maybe for some cards, but no, I don't like the idea. How it works in Magic with the collector box and the normal box. Just devaluing the normal box, and this is shitty. So, no. But it would be just so cool. I love that we have the German foils now, and cold foils. These are so fucking rare, and I love that. This is such a great feeling. Even nobody's picking them up. I'm sure they will be very special in the future. So come on, get all out for in your products as much as you can. Scene is still so small compared to the future, so bump it, man. Okay, so let's see what else got picked, man. Sorry, I'm talking too much.
And Mysteria, of course, the home of Ira and Benji ninjas, right? So,
Benji.
of course, a lot of the ninja cards are going to get bought up here. Maybe one of the less obvious things, though, is Ira kind of has this like affinity towards the Crouching Tiger game plan. This was evident in the Round the Table a play set, right? Her little structure deck, her little starter deck had a lot of Crouching Tiger cards, a lot of Crouching Tiger synergies. Some people are hip to it. Definitely a bunch of copies have sold here as well. Cheapest copy on the market hasn't moved too much. It was like $20 before. Now it's $28. So this stuff is moving very fast. If Ira does come out and if she does sport that Crouching Tiger game plan, you're definitely going to want one of these Marvel tokens. They are pretty sick. Moving on, Mauling Kui. Kind of a essential card to the Crouching Tiger game plan if she does go that direction, which I would imagine she does. It kind of makes sense, right? The other heroes in that little bundle, like Professor Teklovasin, the real Teklovasin kind of plays very similarly to him. So it would make sense that the new Ira would play very similarly to the Ira in that box set. Again, not many. This is one of the ones where it's like you're a little bit in the weeds, right? So only like 12 copies or something like that have sold since the announcement, all for $2. So seeing it at $2 is kind of a steal, honestly. It might seem like
It's always surprising to me how far people already think after just not even one day of announcing that there's a next Ira coming, and it gotta be similar, and it's a great comparison. It's gotta be similar to the Teklovasin from the extra product, because Fab does work in these patterns-ish thing sometimes, and I really like that. It's really cool. Always reminds me of One Piece. I don't know why at the moment, but I can tell you somehow, someday. I mean, so interesting that they already come to this card. That's my final conclusion. I would never come to Mauling Chi from the Mysteria announcement. This is pretty crazy to me. So I would just think of all the booster cards. And this is really, this is just an interesting video, and that's why I really appreciate Staxx videos. This is so cool for me to see, to understand, or to hear from. Yeah, interesting.
A little bit of a lot for a round the table card. But if we look at other cards like Civic Steps, we know how expensive these types.
Also, you gotta see, if you watch the prices after this video uploaded, or like after I recorded, it's now $14.29 on the, I don't know, which day is it, man? 23rd. Okay, yeah. So this is pretty wild. Where did I left? Yeah, this is pretty wild. So that the video is already uploaded one day earlier, I think, for Staxx's Patreons. A thing I also want to do maybe in future. It really makes just sense. And yeah, so if the card prices moved already, maybe even higher, so it's because maybe some moves already happened when we see the video. But usually, especially in Europe, not really much happened until now. Maybe we can check some cards afterwards to compare it.
Drop, right? Even Boulder Drop is a $6 card. Comes from the same product. There's two of them in there, just like Mauling Kui. I think there's two Mauling Kui in there. But anyway, Boulder Drop is a $6 card. It's not even played. Like, Bravos aren't even playing it anymore now that we have Thunk. The market kind of hasn't had time to figure that out and correct itself with Thunk. And I think Mauling Kui is in the same boat, but the opposite direction. People maybe haven't figured out that Mauling Kui is going to be good in the Crouching Tiger play. So people haven't started picking it up yet. Predatory Streak Red, the extended art Flesh and Blood promo card from an armory. This was several months back, probably like maybe even a year back. I have no idea. This was a while ago. This was like in the Dynasty era, I believe. But yeah, cheapest copy on the market is $1 for this one. The red one is obviously very good. Create 3 crouching tigers. You know, it doesn't take much, synergies to make this kind of broken, right? Just like Art of War and what's the other card? Roar of the Tiger, right? There, it just makes Predatory Streak worth 6 points of value, plus threatening a Mask Momentum trigger. Like, it doesn't take much to imagine a world where Predatory Streak is very good with enough setup. Again, if we look at the market, there's only been 6 copies sold since the announcement. That's why you guys are on this channel, is to kind of get ahead of the curve. A lot of the, maybe the whales or the buyouts or the investors aren't really thinking about these cards that are actually essential to the strategy.
That's good, because please leave some of these cheap cards for the small fries like us, or like me. I don't know how small Staxx is, but because I feel like there are a lot of big cards that I feel like some of the big guys should play on, rather than, I don't know. Let's say a guy like a seven figures guy. I don't know, does not have to play on $100-$200 legendaries to get the best copy graded. I feel like, come on, dude, let's go for the freaking alpha, or let's go for the freaking rare promos. These are the real grails, and so you then have these cool copies for the players, which maybe pick them up and think like, oh, this is really nice graded, centered, let's get it graded. Anyway, the value then is more divided. No, it's for everybody then. I'm still in the thinking process over this point, so don't take it too seriously. I just have this thought coming back to me lately, or have had this thought. And for example, like Salty Whale, I think he said he's not a seven figures guy, but I think like 6 figures ish from the investment side. And I like what he's doing. He's kind of doing the same thing. Okay, let's say the line is Rainbow Foil Legendaries. So below Rainbow Foil Legendaries, and I know, yeah, there are cheap ones, but that's not the ones you want at the moment. Rainbow Foil Legendaries, and above, go for them if you're a big guy, because I feel like the value in them is so much underappreciated, and there's so much room for really big trades. And a guy like this doesn't need to buy, I don't know, even 100 copies of Predatory Strike, with then go up to $10, I don't know, and then he has made $900. I think that's a thing that you can, if you get a fine copy of Alpha, Legendary, even Rainbow Foil, graded nicely, maybe with Beckett or PCG 9.5. That's way more chill, I think. Then you have only one trade and not 99 trades, or let's say 10 trades. And it's, I don't know, maybe people are already doing that, but yeah, whales, I don't know. Sure, they eat plankton, but I don't think they go for these cards, or should go. That's something for people like me, I feel like, which, I don't know, sometimes put $50 into fab cards to make them go, or wish to make them go to, I don't know, $100, and then buy a nice card I always wanted for the extra, and I don't know, buy another card for $50, which hopefully do the same to get me another card. So this is what goes on for me, at least. And I don't know, especially in the Europe market at the moment, it's pretty obvious to see for me that after buyouts, or not buyouts, buy-ups, even if they're correct, because the card is rare, the card is not a €1 card, After these things happen, usually the people on the buyers get scared and the card doesn't get bought anymore too much. Which leads to that these people which were speccing on the cards after months or after weeks usually relist them and go lower, the price go lower, and the cards seem to have no real long-term value sometimes. Like, for example, take an unlimited rainbow foil majestic, which is really playable, not like Easter egg maybe. But yeah, still, let's just take one of the good legendary majestic foils. Let's take a Blood Rush Bellow. It's one of the most played cards in Brood, if not the most played majestic. I only hear when I'm listening to games and to people which talk about Broods. Shout out to Savage Feast, Savage Land News, to all the Brood guys out there. And they only talk about Blood Rush Bellow. And I see this card like $28, $35 on card market. Only 30 copies available, but still that low. And I feel like, okay guys, this card, this box, this product is now out of print for over 2 years. It's the beta version of the first set. Yeah, it has 200,000 boxes printed, but surely not all of them are opened, and these cards are freaking classics. Why offer them that low? I don't get it. Not for these cards, at least. And I don't know how we came to this point anymore, so let's continue. This video is way too long already, but that's what you fab guys like, right? You're a fisherman.
Right. So this is like the extended art red pulping of the hero. This is the extended art red pulping of the set. So yeah, don't just sit back and wait for, all of the synergies to get announced, all of the Crouching Tiger stuff to get announced. It's $1.
By the way, this card has had a little thing, I think back a year ago or something, maybe half a year ago. People were on these extended arts for a short time, very short time. I picked some up, but only, I don't know, one red and one yellow, I think, just to be sure. And yeah, now it's cool to see them again.
Worst case scenario, you have a playset
Really cool
of a
card,
a
promo.
very rare shiny card
Underrated
that's
promos.
at least for a fun deck, right? Even if the
Amazing
new
card,
Ira doesn't
actually.
play it,
Look at it.
the strategy will still exist. Still a very fun deck, and you're
Jade
out
Green
$3.
Tiger,
Like,
dude.
what's the big deal, Tiger Swipe, I'll say all the same stuff about Tiger Swipe that I just said about Predatory Shriek. You are not playing a Crouching Tiger game plan without Tiger Swipe. Like, the card is just actually broken. This is the whole reason to play the Crouching Tiger game plan. This is
This also, by the way, has been a $2 or $3 card after release for quite a while and didn't sink completely to the bottom or below like the other Ninja cards from Dynasty. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think even Rainbow Foil Benji specializations are way below $1. So if this is not underpriced and completely devalued, I'm not sure what is. It's not really devalued, it's just nobody gives this card value because Benji is seemingly not that much played because of different reasons, I guess. I will play him, so fuck it up, and it's cool for me to pick those cards up that cheap, but I feel like, dude, such a beautiful card, €1, $1. It's heartbreaking sometimes in two ways. It's fun and
like
nothing.
the combo card. This is like the Bonds of Ancestry of Crouching Tigers, right? And for 73 cents, again, $2.50 roughly gets you a play set of this. Look, this guy has 16 of them up here for $1. You just add all 16 to cart.
Yeah.
You're out, $18 if it doesn't hit. If it does hit, like, this is like a $10 card, something like that. So a lot of room to go up on this. And by the way, if you're looking at any of this stuff and you're thinking about making a purchase, please do it using my TCG link, my TCG player affiliate link in the description below. Helps the channel out a lot. I would very much appreciate it. I'm putting you guys onto some free game here. Just go ahead, do me a solid, click that link. And then, yeah, even if we look here, there has been maybe like 10 copies, 20 copies sold of it. Still at 75 cents. Still a ton of them on the market. Yeah, we're definitely early on
For
Tiger
one day,
Swipe,
that's
that's for sure.
crazy.
Same with Roar of the Tiger.
Before a
Again, all
Staxx
the same
video.
stuff I'm gonna say about Tiger Swipe and Predatory Streak. I'm gonna say all the same stuff about Roar of the Tiger. 74 cents, essential card in the Crouching Tiger strategy. This is like the payoff card, right? You know, you set up a Roar of the Tiger Predatory Streak combo. It's just like kind of very natural stuff here.
So, yeah, I usually
Item
don't
in
do
the Dream
this,
State.
but for
Talked
the
about this card like a month
sake of
ago.
the video
It was
length.
like way too cheap, right? It was $5. I'm
Yeah,
like,
there
why
we
is
go.
Legendary $5? It's finally starting to creep up. And the reason for the creep up is if you look at the promo art here,
Come on, it
this
was
lady in
creeping
the
up
water
before.
here is theorized to be the Bluesionist, the Blue Illusionist. Her art is featured on a lot of cards. She has a name, I think it's like Amiri or something like that. I actually don't know a lot about the
No, it's
lore
not her,
behind
or?
Amiri.
Is she?
If you are interested in the lore behind Amiri, if you're wondering why people are thinking that this is Amiri in the art, Fabulous Friends actually did a pretty great video kind of going over all of the known lore of Amiri, all of the art of Amiri, and kind of breaking down everything about her and why he
Interesting.
thinks she's coming in a future set or whatever. That was like before this even got spoiled, but yeah, if you look at that video and then you look at this art, it all makes a ton of sense. So that's why people are buying out the...
Actually, it makes a little bit, or I can imagine it if you look at the world and you have this like mysteria-ish mountains and like Japanese, Chinese mountains style area with ninjas and folks. You maybe don't have mages like I expected from the picture. Maybe you have illusionists or like druids stuff ish people, maybe even elementally connected or something. That would really fit the flavor as well from the region.
Ward stuff, the Diadem of the Dream State, and the Celestial Kimono. It's because, yeah, all of the art on this is very similar to
Also card I've
the
been
art
looking
on
at
that Amiri character. I think her
since a
name's
few
Amiri.
days.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. So yeah, Diadem of the Dream State, cheapest rainbow foil on the market is $8. The cold foil is at $45 now, and then the rainbow foil is at $7. A ton of these have sold, and again, that's because people... I mean, it's kind of obvious that that's Amiri, right? So people are like heavily speculating into this stuff. The cold foil yesterday was $33, and the rainbow foil was $5. So this stuff's moving pretty quick. Celestial Kimono, same thing. Cheapest cold foil, like for the Marvel, is $50. Whereas, you know, you could see tons of them sold today. Not tons, probably like, I don't know,
Super
like
rare
10 or
card.
15 of them. But that's kind of a lot for like
Marvels
one
are
of these
freaking
more
rare.
rare Marvel
I
cards.
wanna
That's
pull
like
one
a...
of them.
Not like you don't need... It's not a game piece, right? You don't need the Marvel to play. You could just play the 25-cent regular version of the card. But yeah, cheapest copy of the Marvel is $50. It's actually a beautiful card. Like, even if she doesn't wind up playing this, it would look pretty sick in the collection. I think a card that not a...
Dude, actually, I extend this video. It's not gonna be a short video like I planned to do. I will expand this now and make this to a real reaction video. Gotta be a little bit less loud now. My cats are sleeping. Pretty peaceful. I'm getting my stuff. Whoa. Almost dropping my phone. And leave the rooms with the cats. Yeah, so we're gonna do a real reaction video now. Because a lot of things come to my mind and I want to share them before I forget them. And even if I don't upload this as a whole, I have my thoughts now collected for me, so this is cool as well. Whatever, so I think I just wanted to say that there has been movement on the diadem of Dream State. At least if card market hasn't a bug or something. There is movement since I think like a month or something on this card. It's at least on place 1 in Dusk Dawn cards at all, which is pretty crazy for Legendary. And it's pretty crazy as well that there are, even if it's the most bought card, there are still like 130 copies left. And as you may know, as you hopefully know if you're into Fab, you only need one Legendary. So 130 copies. It's not many for a Foil Majestic or something, or like say a Majestic, which you needed a playset of 3 of, but for Legendary it's quite a lot. So this is what was wondering me, seeing this card at place 1. But yeah, as I just wanted to say, it's in the focus of people, of players or collectors, I'm not sure, for quite a while now. So not only because of this update, at least for the European market. So yeah, I don't know what this is about. But that was also the reason why I was going into Illusionist a little bit, watching for the kimono a few days ago and stuff. So yeah, just wanted to share this.
A lot of people are looking at right now. That is
Also Pierce Reality, and yeah, from the new Illusionist builds, right? From the new Prism, she got some new deck tags going on and stuff. And for example, like Pierce Reality shall be quite strong in her. And yeah, so I was looking at those LGS Cold Foil promos as well. Lovely cards. And way too cheap in my opinion as well.
It seems like it would obviously be good in a blue illusionist that cares about ward. Would be haze bending, specifically the cold foil haze bending. Cheapest copy on the market is $19, and if we look, only one has sold today. So yeah, definitely super early on this card as well. I mean, if it's a blue illusionist that cares about ward, like come on, let's put our brains together here. Obviously, haze bending is going to be played in that kind of deck, right? Blazing Your Roy, here's another one that, you know, if it's a ninja set, right, say we get an adult Benji and an adult Ira, and then, you know, it's just like these ninja mirror matches all day because we have like Benji, Ira, Katsu, and Fi all in the CC meta, then maybe there's a world where Blazing Your Roy is actually like a good card because there's so many mirrors, you could just always cite it in. None have sold today. People are, this isn't even like on people's minds in the slightest. So the cheapest copy is still what it was yesterday at $38 for the Marvel Blazing Your Roy. If you don't feel like picking up the Marvel, I totally understand, but I would.
I mean, it's a beautiful and rare card, and of course, there could be some mechanics in the new set which correlate with the Blazing Your Roy, but from the effect, I'm not a player, as you might know, but it says, while Blazing Your Roy is defending on chainlink 4 or higher, it has +4 defense. Which, when it triggers, it's pretty strong, actually. But for chainlink 4 or higher, not sure who's doing this. I only can think of Fi, but maybe, I don't know, maybe Runeblade? But usually just Ninja, I was at least thinking. Like Benji also does this kind of stuff easily. And then this is a really great card. Maybe Benji gets some more buffs, I don't know. He's already strong, but whew, then you really would need this card as a ninja. So I feel like it's a really staple card for the ninja versus ninja matchup. That's what I would be thinking. That would be my conclusion. So yeah, but besides that, since we don't have many ninjas going on in the meta at the moment, even Katsu had a little breakthrough lately, I heard. Yeah, it doesn't make really sense for me to look at this card, at the moment at least. Because I don't know what happens in the next set.
Recommend picking up like the non-Marvel, and you can get those for like 50 cents or something like that. Spectral Shield, the cold foil. Again, if it's an illusionist that cares about ward, Spectral Shield, of course, has ward 1. So here we go. I had to fact check myself. I was like, they do have ward, right? Yeah. So.
And these are the things, this call for a promo, this is, I think, one of the things you can get for these prize tickets that you can win on the side events or even regular events on these fab events like Calling and Battle Hardened, what you have in Japan soon. And this is really cool. These are cards are so freaking rare, and even they are just tokens, they are fucking expensive as well. Could be maybe even more expensive. But yeah, everyone has a limit. Like in MTG, these cards would be, I don't know, alone from the rarity, yeah, that would be out of our minds, I think.
So if Spectral Shield has Ward 1, a character that cares about Ward, this is the new printing of the card that came in Dynasty. Obviously, this applies to all Spectral Shields that are made. They're all going to have Ward 1, even though these older copies of the card don't necessarily have the keyword Ward. But yeah, obviously, a hero that cares about ward will probably, an illusionist that cares about ward will be making Spectral Shields, so it's safe to assume that a cold foil Spectral Shield will be a good pickup, right? A good little bit of a spec, a little bit of investment there.
For me,
also, even if she doesn't wind up playing it,
for the
new Prism, right? She still has like 900 LL points to go. She's going to be sticking around for quite a while. So, you know, having a Spectral Shield for that hero, and then for the original Prism in the Living Legend format, and then for both Prisms and Blitz format, like cold foil Spectral Shield is just good in so many angles. I think it's a fantastic pickup. Moving on, Test of Strength. I wish someone had warned us that this was going to be a $100 promo. That
shit my
right.
pants
I did
playing
warn
against
everyone
you.
this is gonna be $100 promo. You guys said I was crazy in the comments down below. Not all you guys, not all, but it is kind of nice to be able to rub it in every
Crazy.
now and then when we get it right. Cheapest copy on the market.
Really, really crazy that this card actually got that expensive, and I really love it. Fab doesn't usually do many promos. They do like with, I think, Team Covenant, with Rudy, with these really big names. And now with TCG Player as a platform, really big platform. What the fuck? Biggest TCG platform, I guess, on the world, I would say, maybe. But actually, at least in America. And yo, crazy. And this card is actually that good that people want to bling it out with. Really cool. And Staxx predicted this one as well, which is really cool. And yeah, I think you still can get these products, these bundles. I feel like maybe not, but maybe. Anyway, really strong.
Is $90. Obviously, just because the card is still so fresh, so new, and Victor
okay.
hasn't had like his breakout performance yet. But the nanosecond he does, this card immediately doubles in price. Like if he wins a Pro Tour, immediately doubles in price. This card, side note, tangent. This card never gets there for me. This card might as well just say block 4, give your opponent a gold. I kind of hate it at the moment, but if you're running hot on a particular day, I guess it could be good. I've never made a gold off it, so I wouldn't know. Moving on, Vestige of Soul. We're getting not into the specs anymore, into a little bit more boring market stuff, a little bit of the normal movement of the market. Vestige of Soul, because Prism won that battle hardened, we got to check in on where the price is. Cheapest rainbow foil is at $47, whereas the cheapest cold foil is at $73, which is absolutely insane. It was at like 40 a week or two ago. So to see it nearly double in price in a week, kind of crazy stuff. Ancestral Empowerment, this is also just like if you like sit down and think like what is just the generically good ninja cards, right? What's the safest ninja cards to spec into? What
And that's what I'm talking about, man. This card is so... It's such a staple, such a class staple. And it's the WTR version, and it's like $3, man. It's so crazy. And okay, you know, what else you can get into... Nah, maybe... No. But anyway, I don't see this cards that low. I think this card was a very long time. And while it was really, really available for like at least $8 to $10, and to see it on $3 now, it's crazy.
or not, the new ninjas go with the crouching tiger strategies or whatever. What's going to be good in all ninjas? And the first card that comes to my mind is Ancestral Empowerment. I could see this taking a similar price line to something like a Blood Rush Bellow, right? Blood Rush Bellow cheapest copy is like $8 or $9, and then the cheapest rainbow foils are like $20, I think. So if we look at this one, cheapest copy is $3, and the cheapest rainbow foil is like $11. So I do think this has some room to go up. Iron Song Pride, people are trying to side this in Kasai as a means to try and combat Dromai. I don't think it's a winnable matchup. I don't think it's worth it, but people are trying, and Iron Song Pride has like doubled in price because of it. Cheapest copy, as you can see here, used to be like $17 a month or two ago. Now it's up to $40. This is for the extended art Iron Song Pride,
It's a
obviously.
fucking rare card.
But yeah, I think as people...
Next point for me. Could cry all day about this. How freaking cheap these booster box extended art cards are. Because, I mean, even the rare ones, even the common ones, like an Uprising, which actually hold a better value than the rares from like Everfest, I guess due to the availability. But yeah, these Majestics, even in Everfest, are freaking rare. And to get a playset of those is not possible to pull out of boxes for one person, maybe even for one store. For a little store it's not possible to get a playset of, would say even one card. And this card in Dynasty, it's the only extended art. No, it's not. The Regicides as well. But yeah, this one is not too much printed, so it's really rare. It's really hard to pull. $38 seems at least reasonable, and I'm pretty. This card actually, in comparison, hold pretty strong. It doesn't sink below, I think, $30, maybe a little bit in Europe, like 25 euros sometimes. But I think it's still above 30 euro, so this is like 35 yeah, $35, I guess, around this mark. So like $40 seems reasonable, but yeah, still very cheap if you think how hard it's to pull.
We'll realize that this is not a winnable matchup. I think it's going to come back down a little bit here. Glittering Thorns Red, also from around the table. This is another one that's kind of like Ancestral Empowerment, where it's like just generically a great ninja card, right? 1 for 5 with Go Again. It's got that 4 breakpoint. Threatens the Mass Trigger, right? You go Kodachi, Kodachi, Glittering Thorns. It's like one of the best 2-card combos in the game. Yeah, one of the best ninja cards. Pretty safe to assume that the new ninjas are going to be wanting to play it as well. $10 for the cheapest copy on the market here. Just to like kind of like layer 7 this.
Yep, this card still holds that same value in Europe. Yeah, pretty sure, around €7 to €9, and from the round the table kit. So yeah, makes kind of sense. I mean, not too many big stores, or it didn't got that much opened. Like for example the first two player kit. Sorry, Classic Battles, which got opened by some stores in like the hundreds for the glistening steel blade, I guess. And yeah, this flooded the market. Would have been cool if it happened with the Professor's product, the round the table, because then this card wouldn't be that expensive for a common, I think. So I actually see this card gets reprinted in the next set. Would be my assumption, now that I kind of talk and speak about it. Not sure. Maybe even in rainbow foil then. So yeah. Okay, this round's on me.
Stuff here, but this round's on me. If we're imagining everyone's going to be building ninjas, then we're going to be needing a way to counter those people building the ninjas, and what better card to do that than this round's on me. Cheapest copy on the market is like $10 right now. Also to note, even like ninjas aside, Kasai actually really likes this card. Being able to draw that card and then have your sword attacks cost 1 less is very nice. And then, you know, also the added bonus of X target you have -1. Yeah, cheapest non-foil is $10, whereas the cheapest rainbow foil on the market is $13. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic pickup. I think if you're going to get it, you might as well get the rainbow though. Everfest Majestic, we talk about this every day, every week on the channel. Everfest Majestics, as soon as they're good, they're just going to go to the moon. So yeah, don't skip out on this rounds on me. I think it's kind of like, it's generic, right? Everyone should have a playset of this card. Bet Big is the last card I want to talk about today. So what big stores and what big like case buyers and stuff, what big case crackers do is, you know, they'll crack like 20, 50, 100 cases or however much they're going to crack. And they need to recoup the money from cracking that immediately, right? So they just sell everything, right? They're not thinking, like these big stores that are cracking hundreds of cases aren't thinking.
They are like a card empire. They have so many cards.
Like, well, you know, Betsy could be good one day, so let's hold on.
Maybe cool for players. I don't know. But I don't know how good it is for the market and people that are cracking boxes not that heavily. And also want to sell their singles.
To all of our bet bigs, right? They're not like trying to do this. They're trying to make their money from cracking the cases, and that entails selling everything pulled, right? So this happens every time a set initially drops. Is like these Majestics that are kind of looked over at first, like bet big. You know, if check it, what are you doing? These cards are kind of looked over at first, like bet big. You know, it's not going to be good right now, but obviously Betsy's going to be a meta contender one day. And when she is, she's obviously going to play bet big. Just read the card one time. It's actually broken. You know, for $1, for a necessary class Majestic, right? This is at worst going to be like shakedown level prices. And then, yeah, shakedown's at like, what, $10? And Uzuri's a C tier hero, right? Imagine a world where Betsy's like the hero. You know what I mean? Or like at least an A tier hero. Not even S tier, but at least an A tier. Obviously, bet big is going to be a 3 of in all those decks. It's going to be worth a lot more than $1. So yeah, again, if you don't have a playset of this, $3. Don't sleep too much on it. Use my TCG link in the description below to get all these cards. And if you're looking at this and all this stuff got bought out from the time I've uploaded this video to the time you're watching it, then why are you not a channel member? Channel members get access to all of the Market Watch content early. You can also do that in a link in the description below. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Later, gamers.
If you want to see these bits earlier than me, yeah, we already have the first videos. Riddler Man is really fast this time. Swell, Dear Mamada, of course. And I just saw TCG Talk upload the video, so it's hitting the market. And it's pretty crazy. Okay, I would have expected different or something else a little bit. But yeah, at least Ninja, I hit it. But yeah, it was obviously, it's Mysteria, so interesting though. The Tiger spec, really interesting. Yeah, I'd say I would go just as a noob as I am, for just basic cards like Ancestral. Just get a playset of those, buy some single copies of which are low priced, then offer it for like, I don't know. Actually, let's have a look. Okay, guys. Freitiste. Was geht hier ab? Okay, Leute. Oh, jetzt bin ich auf Deutsch auf einmal geswitcht. Was war denn das? Okay, guys, let's have a look at the market at the moment. So, my European friends, are we already seeing any movements? Is any one of you a Staxx Patreon? Sink below climbs up again. Cash in climbs up, or stays at least. Stays heavy. Thunderquake. Nourishing. Fate. Glint. Okay, we actually see a lot of more non-heavy hitter cards. Seems the players are getting satisfied with the new cards, have their playsets. Yeah, let's have a look. Bloodrush Bellow WTR, still $3. For example, I know sometimes 149 copies. 2 years out of print. Yeah, we had a lot of product, but it's now, if it's gone, it's gone. I feel like. If you don't start relisting your cards after a month. At least this card should easily be $10. So, point. So, let's see, you already have 6, 7, 11 copies. 12, 13, 14, 15. You have 20, 30 copies even below $5. Don't buy them all, of course. But actually, in that case, it wouldn't really hurt anybody. This card is reprinted in History Black Label, in white border. It's pretty available. What's not pretty available is the foil version. Don't know why I get to this card now, but fuck it, let's do it. 43 copies left. I don't know, are the people scared that the card is not available anymore? Which is the most expensive? 75. Yeah, this is reasonable to me. Poland, $50 for a playset. This is my line actually. This would be my line for this card. SEO, shoutouts for like €45. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, seeing all these copies, this seems way too cheap for me. Yeah, a good version for like $40 seems very reasonable for me. This is the OG card, this is the foil, this is a case hit, and you need many cases if you wanna actually pull this card yourself, which are not available anymore for under $100 the box, or pretty much around that mark, included shipping. So way too cheap for me. I don't understand the pricing anymore of these cards. I think we just have not enough people that actually go for or can go for cards in all sets. I think if you're a reseller, you're going for the actual for the cards that are interesting at the moment, which actually Bloodrush Bellow is. But yeah, still it's an old card. People are usually don't go for the old sets because yeah, as it makes sense, people which are into Fab in Europe already playing for a while mostly and already have these cards, and they are not interested in picking up additional playsets to invest or spec or something. I mean, they could, but they're not doing this. They're going for the new cards because they are way more scarce, they have way more movement, and yeah, there's way more value in that. But yeah, this card in my opinion should be like $70 easily. This is like an absolute class staple, and same for Ancestral Empowerment, which we look now at. Oh. Huh. So let's have a look. The regular WTR version. And I mean, you guys, this card is perfect. So, and crazy and sad at the same time, because look at this, guys. Yeah, you have this card which is out. When did Fab enter in Europe? 2020, 2021. Not sure. 2019 even. I don't think so, but maybe some boxes. But at least the real product was like 2020, 2021, I think. So it's now having its 3rd or 4th year in Europe. It's out of print since almost, if not 2 years. And this card is still, okay, maybe the time is a little bit more hot than usually. But this card gets bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. At least 15 copies, maximum 45, but no, I don't think so. Let's say 25 copies still sold in not even a month. After 4 years. So 184 copies left still. Same as Blood Rush Bellow. Yep. So many copies under $5. And yeah, so the technique is just get these 3 copies. Or let's get, I don't know. You will pay for single cards, you will pay the shipping extra. Maybe look for the seller's other offers. Maybe you can get some cards that make the deal even more worth. But for this card, let's say you buy the 3 copies for like $3.50. You pay like $5 a card if it's in your region, at least, or not too far away. $5 a card. You relist it at $7.5 for a whole playset. If the card's on your mint, then easily $7.50. I think like for this card you could easily do $10. Easily, it is worth that. It is that needed for the players, and it is that classic that collectors can go for it and should go for it, I think. So don't just pick one card, pick a playset, because you're going for playables here. You're not going for the collector pieces for the binder. Sure, you too do, but you're going for playables here as well. People will be looking after these black border cards, and they are the most classic. I don't know, man. This card is just worth fucking more. Sorry. So let's just have a look for the... I'd say the rainbow foil is even below 20 a little bit. Yep. Okay, just 1 copy though. 6 from Card Empire. Yeah, so many below 25 already. So many below 30. 49 copies only left. Absolute class staple, absolute classic card for the class Ninja. And maybe many upcoming classes, heroes from the class Ninja. So, no, dude. Way too cheap. It hurts my... The Alpha. I don't know, maybe Alpha is as undervalued as Unlimited. You can let me know in the comments if you're like familiar with Alpha, if you're into Alpha. Because I know that the foil Majestics in Alpha are case hits. Pretty much usually, so you get 1 card, 1 foil Majestic per case of Alpha. So that means, to me, in my mind, I'm like, okay, a box of Alpha, I think is like at least 3,500 up to 5k in that space. If you get a sealed case, if you want to get a sealed case, I think you're easily paying a bonus of, I don't know, maybe even 50%. Let's say you get a case for like, you won't get a case for 12,000. I think you may, no, 12,000? Yeah, no. Maybe if you're lucky, maybe 15,000. I'd say maybe even 20, because if it's a sealed case, maybe even way more, dude. So, and then you get one Foil Majestic in this $20,000 purchase product, and it's a 3-off. If I got too much money in my bag and want to freaking bling out my deck as most as I can, and fucking flex, which is really cool. No sarcasm. I would really appreciate someone doing this. I don't know, just funny, but why not? Yeah, and you get a playset for. Okay, there are actually no more copies left. Too bad, but yeah, I think in America, let's say this card is like $500-600 as well, 700. You get a playset pretty cheap, which you can get from a product. Yeah, you can't open it anymore. You would need so many cases and boxes to get 3 Ancestral Empowerment foil. And honestly, don't get those things out of the Beckett 9 cases and sell them as a playset, because, dude, I don't know. If a ninja really wants to freaking bling out its weapons, then yeah, I'd pay quite a premium on this card as well. It's an absolute OG product. Card. Series, whatever, fuck it. So, okay, guys, let's have a look. Just to confirm what I said earlier, I will just now look for the... Oops. Did I'm not shitting you? Oh yeah, of course. I'm shitting you. Okay, so I now wanted to show you that the Diadem of Dreams Dead is still the most bought card. Am I getting this wrong? Is this an outsider card? No, it's not. Is it? It's Dusk Till Dawn. Damn. So, I swear to you guys, it has been on the first place for a long time. 124 copies left. Around $10. It's a legendary. Legendaries are not too common in Dusk Till Dawn, and it's not that much opened. Because the print run got smaller and smaller over the years. People got back to Magic, or maybe even to Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, good for them, I guess. Good for us as well, I guess. But man, the boxes got pretty rare. Yeah, but whatever. So many copies. Let's see if you have a German version here as well, or a non-English version. Is anyone opening this product in their language? At least not offering their cards. Makes sense. Yeah, these for us Europe folks, this is to all of you. Beep 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 beep. No, I don't know. What I wanted to say is, yeah, freak it. Our cards are so rare. We should value them as rare as they are. And this is especially to our Germans. I see this in Fab, I see this in other games, and it just makes sense because we are mostly internationally trading via card market. So we usually don't go for our national languages that much. But guys, if there is a guy who wants his card in his own language, he will pay a premium. And these cards are that rare that it's really interesting for collectors which appreciate having cards in, let's say, for Germans in German. I see this with French. French people are really proud and happy that they have the flesh and blood in their language. And they value it, and they buy and offer the cards, sometimes even just regionally, so they don't leave the country. Really good as well. You have this with history pack, so not that it sounds weird, that cards are frequently, or at least were available, like in every country. Like Germany had history pack Italian and French and Spanish to offer, because Fab wasn't that big, let's say, or that yeah, it wasn't, it was the first time we had this foreign products, this new products with foreign language. So it was really cool. I could buy German cards from Poland. They don't needed them. They offered them cheap. I could buy them and sell them in Germany in German for a little premium, for example. And yeah, after this History Pack 1 product, almost every card in, I make the example now with German, are so freaking rare. I think from the main cards from the last sets, like from, even included heavy hitters, but Bright Lights, Duskadon, I guess even Outsiders as well, you don't get certain cards at all. There are no copies in German, no copies in French, no copies in Italian. And I feel like that's why I ordered my heavy hitters box in German. Because I wanted to bring some cards and want to see if they sell at all. Maybe I just gotta dump them because nobody is playing foreign cards. But guys, these are so much more collectible than the English version. Go for them. Open German boxes. People are playing German cards. There are a lot of old school people, old school Magic people. That's my comparison, because a friend of mine is an old school Magic guy, and he only plays also modern Magic in German if he can. So if he would be in Flesh and Blood, I'm sure he would only get German cards. So, and these people are pretty. They're iron-ish. They go for what they want, and I think German or foreign language cards in their country should be the ones going fastest off the market. That's what I imagine it to be. And to also be transparent with my thoughts there as well, I feel like there are people which buying German product, especially I see this with heavy hitters. Maybe the stores didn't order that much, but I see this with many stores that the German product has gotten completely small, if not completely vanished from them. And even though I just saw the first German cards pop up a few days ago, like 2 days ago maybe. And funny as well, I found some guy from Germany. I'm not remembering the name now, but I left a follow, left a like. He was cracking a box of German packs. Oh no, was he? Ah no, what I saw as well was an eBay auction, which I actually intended. Maybe I can show you. Yeah, okay. So I only show this to you now because I just don't want to share the name. Maybe it's not wanted. But this is a box of heavy hitters, only the Majestics and the Cold Foil, which got offered on eBay. And it was a short auction, I think, maybe 1 day, maybe 3 days. I just saw it when 1 day was left, and yesterday it left out. I eagled with 40 bucks. It was like 12 at the moment, but someone already a bit more before, so I didn't get it, sadly. It was a really good box. We have the mini meat eggs, we have the sandpacking, we have the sandpacking foil, we have the golden sun, we have the ranger card, we have, I think, change the state of the game. Oh, sorry, I don't get the name at the moment. And we have the good ninja card. Interesting, by the way, maybe. Yeah. Expansion slot. So a good box, an okay box. I really wanted to send packings, and the fun thing is, it is German. Even it's listed in English, I see now, but it's German. The cards are all German, and the German sand packing foil, dude, would be my dream hit. I would easily offer this card for like 30-40 bucks, even it's now at 25. Would easily offer it at 35 bucks, and I would actually would expect it to sell very fast. It's not means that it happens, but it should sell really fast because it's the only freaking copy of a German sandpacking foil in card market. And even a non-foil version, easily 20 bucks, maybe even 25. At least I see a premium for the German cards. I think it would be healthy to have a premium on the German cards. Because, yeah, I don't know, they are just so freaking rare, and that we leave this value on the road, I don't feel like it's necessary. Only because you have this with all the other games. Of course, nobody wants the German Charizard, but by the way, anyway. Actually, I think a lot of people do. But usually, of course, you open the English product. With MTG as well, of course, it's way easier to sell the English product. But it's not more rare. A German foil magic, good majestic, should be definitely more expensive than an English version, just from the rarity. And maybe it's different with Italian, for example, because the country is maybe smaller, but German language is like in Switzerland, it's like in Austria. German language is pretty well spreaded. Sounds kind of weird, maybe, but sorry. But yeah, so there's a market, and I don't know, maybe you can leave me in the comments if you are into other games as well, like MTG or Yu-Gi-Oh! Man, I'm proper Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm sorry, I'm connecting too many dots here, but dude, the German Yu-Gi-Oh! Market, especially for German cards, is so completely effing destroyed. It's so effed. It's unbelievable, because you just have... Okay, guys, I just opened Card Market. I know there was a skip, and you know pretty much as well, but I just taken a look as well into this shit. We have a new set with Jubels. Interesting. Anyway, let's have a look at a recent card. Actually, I'm not sure how this works with new cards. Only English, okay, then German. English. Okay, bad example. I wanted to say that for some cards, the last time I took a look into some Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, I had this very often that there are like 100 copies over 8 sellers of certain cards listed cent above cent from the low to the mid-low. There are so many people offering their cards at the absolute bottom of the value. So it's impossible for, if I get a box, to sell my card, to even sell my card. Not even at the lowest value, but to even sell it, it's so... And I don't... This is so fucked up. And I'm really glad that we don't have this in Fab. At least anymore. Yeah, this is... So, the point I wanted to make, it's... Yeah, very cool to sell cards in Fab. And it should be valued, I think. That if someone is offering, taking the risk as well, you know, maybe some players buy their box in German and then trade off the cards they don't need. But if I wanna open German boxes to get German cards to the market, and correct me if they are not needed, but then it should be valued if they are needed, that they have a little premium, because I can't sell them that well as English cards. It's just like that. And yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fish or something. I'm not even a fish. I'm maybe even a quapsel, but it's not called quapsel in English, sorry. Like the little Pokemon. It's like a little baby frog. So yeah, it should be valued, I think. And there could be a way heavier market for German cards. And if you want to open German cards and also think like the cards are rare and they are way too scarce, if not existing at all on the market, and you want to open some German boxes, you should go for Dynasty has no German boxes, sorry. For Dusk Till Dawn and for Bright Lights, because I saw maybe especially Dusk Till Dawn, I saw that there are pretty much no copies left of the interesting cards in German. The others I didn't even look at the moment. I just wanted to make this sure a few days ago. Just looked through some cards, the most bought cards, and none of them had German copies. So I'm wondering, Fab Community, spielst du nicht auf Deutsch? Spielst du nur englische Karten und hat es Vorteile, nur auf Englisch zu spielen? Auch für die Turniere, die international manchmal stattfinden? Gefallen dir die deutschen Übersetzungen nicht? Kann ich verstehen. Aber was ist der Grund? Manche sind ja echt witzig. Anyway. Ja. Keine Ahnung. Ich werde jetzt auf jeden Fall eine deutsche Box Heavy Hitters öffnen. Ich habe mir ein paar deutsche Dusk Till Dawn Packs gekauft. Demnächst gibt's... Ich weiß nicht, ob ich das schon sharen kann, aber es gibt ich habe mir einen kleinen Box bzw. Pack. Wieso spreche ich wieder auf Deutsch? Fuck. Ja, ist aber auch auf Deutsch bezogen, deswegen lasse ich es mal kurz auf Deutsch. Ich habe einen Pack Break gekauft. Ich wollte mir einfach nur Packs kaufen und es gab die Option auf Box Break im Stream. Habe ich einfach mal angeklickt. Das kommt nächste Woche. Bin ich mal gespannt. So, I bought a pack break for you guys in English as well. And it gets streamed next Thursday. It's from a local game store, I think in the north. I think in Lübeck. Shoutouts Keep 7. Okay, now I'm just going for it. Shoutouts Keep 7. Big ups to you guys. Open more Fab, please. And less Pokemon. Sorry, I'm just not a Pokemon fan. Do whatever you like and have fun with. Yeah, anyway, I bought a pack break. I'm quite curious for this as well. And the packs are in German. Dusk Till Dawn. And I also have some German Dusk Till Dawn packs, which I'm going to crack now. I have a little project and let's see if I can do it or how I wanna do it. I plan to do a pack versus box battle, 24 packs from different sets versus one box of heavy hitters. And Flesh and Blood below Lorcana, holy fucking shit. One Piece below Pokemon. Where's Yu-Gi-Oh! Was here. One Piece is pretty strong as well. Yeah, it's wild times at the moment. To conclude this market stuff, video, whatever shitty thing. The Fab market is the TCG market is pretty wild at the moment. And especially for new games, which not have a super established player base across the world. No, let's just say not like a community that doesn't care for any other games. Like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon just have these like horse shade things. They don't even see and recognize, I guess, whatever games come up. Or the least of them are gonna switching. since they've been into the TCG for years already. So they don't get fucked up enough, I guess, to change over to Fab. Or maybe Fab doesn't offer what they like at the moment. But anyway, it's a wild market. Games like One Piece and Sorcery are pretty wild as well, taking a lot of people which are like into many games at the same time without playing, let's say it that way. Take many people, and yeah, so there are a lot of parties at the moment, and it's hard for Fab to polarize too much, but yeah, it's fun. The people are really happy with the product. The company is taking big steps and growing and growing. Shoutouts to you, LSS. Shoutouts to your new basement in, I think, Las Vegas or whatever. Anyway, it looks beautiful. They love the idea of using renewable resources and creating a beautiful space. Oh man, it's so nice. And yeah, anyway, they're doing well. And since MetaZoo left the market, I think the last big toxic thing for the new TCGs is gone. So hopefully people can go and can get new momentum and trust for these games, which are holding quite up over really hard times sometimes. Yeah. And also games that are just doing well, like One Piece, for example. They're doing big events and stuff, and people are having a lot of fun. It's cool. Yeah. So, okay, guys. Just wanted to say that's also a really big factor for how the market works, especially for Fab, for a very small market, which is heavily moved if some big collectors are going in or out, especially in Europe. That doesn't have maybe as strong as America Fab collector community. Not that many whales, not that heavy big collectors type of guys. Really more pure players market. I feel like at least over 50% easily I would say. But yeah, that's maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's at least it's hard at the moment. Still, it's wild. So for all the stores in Europe, definitely don't quit doing, I don't know, fun events and learn to play events. And I don't know, giving out IRA decks. Maybe now with Crouching Tigers. Yeah, as LSS, still keep doing cool events like this thing in Japan now. It's really cool to get your foot in the door in Japan, and people are already hyped for it. I heard it's not really big, like games like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or I don't know. A lot of games in Japan are different, which are big in Europe or like the West for Europe and America. Yeah, anyway, okay, I'm tired of talking. It's way too long now. Hope anyone could enjoy this and take some off of it. Maybe I put this into 1 million shorts and then load it up for you guys. You crazy Fab people definitely have some stamina in comparison to the rest of the world, which is now do TikTok and stuff, do shorts, completely destroying their, how is it called, attention. And I'm not better than them. I'm one of them. But anyway, yeah, I really appreciate it. Big ups to you guys as well. Fab community. They say that because your podcasts always go 2 hours and so many people are watching it. It's crazy. And the live streams. Big up to the casters, big up to the judges, big up to the staff. Okay guys, big ups to Flake, and to Brian, and to James, and to Carol, to the artists. Whatever, man. Okay, now I'm getting snaily. Guys, I gotta open some packs and have some fun. It's been a while. I don't remember when I cracked my last Fat Black pack. So wish me luck, guys. I'm off for now. Hope you have the best of fun. See you later, alligator. Ciao, ciao.